built like a sack of potatoes.
What's up guys, George Music here, back with a video, and today I'm going to be breaking down 3 insane tips I learned from watching Alex Tumay's live stream, which has been going on in Twitch for the past few days, and I've been watching a lot of highlights of his Twitch streams through CLA Woo, and I have 3 pretty interesting things that I did learn that are very important and anyone can pick up. But before we get into these things, just make sure to please like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. I'm also going to be doing a SB gift card giveaway very soon. Let's get into these tips. One of the first things Alex Tumay does with Pro Tools is he never uses Smart Tool. He highly advises against using the Smart Tool, and he does this for a number of reasons. Now, the first thing he said is mainly just for precision. The Smart Tool can be pretty finicky, pretty frustrating at times. As you can see here, I could be trying to say select this clip right here, and I could accidentally move over, or as you just saw there, do a fade on the clip. I could accidentally trim the clip like this, and when you just use the regular tools by holding down command and doing whatever 2, 3, and 4, I find myself having a lot more precision to run Pro Tools, and this is especially useful in recording, because in recording, if you do something crazy here, like accidentally do this, trim this, or fade this while you're recording live and you mess up a take, then you're kind of screwed. Not using Smart Tool can be really precise. Alex Tumay also says that the Smart Tool is way faster. Now, another reason which I found was kind of interesting that he said to use the regular tools is because it looks like you're doing more on the computer. He made a pretty interesting point that anyone can just kind of go around and click up here and hit record and use Smart Tool and edit audio, but the reason people pay engineers is to do it very quickly in a concise manner. And when you're flipping around in Smart Tool and stuff like that, being very precise and concise with all your movements in Pro Tools, it makes you look more professional at the keyboard, because your clients are like, oh look, he's pressing a lot of keys fast and he's doing a bunch of stuff, so he must be doing something. Second thing I learned from Alex Tumay is that you should always keep your stems in stereo. So if you receive a kick in stereo, if you receive a synth line in stereo, keep it in stereo, because he says there's always going to be stereo information that is in that track that needs to be there. So don't condense any of your tracks to mono. I know there is some programs like Mono Stereoizer that do that, and I know there's some time mix engineers that do that, that do condense their files into mono, but just be very careful when you're doing that. Even things like vocals, you should still leave stereo if they do come in stereo, and don't just be condensing things into mono, especially if you haven't listened to the entire track. So really make sure you're preserving the integrity of the original stems. Now, another technique I saw Alex Tumay doing a lot during his live stream was something that I like to call micro EQ. I call it micro EQ because what Alex Tumay does is he takes an EQ with a lot of bands, so for example something like Pro Q3, or in my case Neutron 3, and what he does is he'll basically boost and try to find really resonant frequencies, really nasty frequencies, and he'll take that down a very little amount. If you look at his EQ, it's almost like the EQ is very close to having almost no dBs of reduction, but he'll do like 3 dBs, 0.5 dBs, very subtle and minute changes, but in the end they do make a very big impact on the sound. He's just doing tons of small changes to the vocal. Alex Tumay will do this technique really in a number of different situations. He'll do it mostly on vocals. I've seen him do it on instrument buses, even on vocal buses, and it's really just a great technique. It's also a great workout for your ears because you can really identify problem frequencies. That's all for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out this channel. I'm trying to grow this channel.